Good morning everyone. Today I am BL Saibon of class 12th B going to present a deeply moving poem by one of the poets Kamala Das. My mother at 66. It is not just a poem. It is a profound exploration of the universal themes of aging, mortality and the unbreakable bond between a mother and a daughter. I have prepared a beautiful presentation for this. Welcome to my presentation to everyone. First of all, I would like to express my special thanks of gratitude to my teacher, Mr. Jyoti Prakash sir, who gave me the golden opportunity to do this wonderful project of presentation on poem My Mother at 66. Next, we have table of contents in which we will cover one by one topic. First, I would like to start my presentation with a beautiful quote written by Cindy Joseph. Aging is just another word of living. And first we start about the poet. And the poet name is Kamala Das. Kamala Das was born in Malabar, Kerala. She is recognized as one of the foremost poets of India, popularly known as Madhavi Kutti. Her works are known for their originality, versatility, and indigenous flavor of soil. She is a sensitive writer who captures the complex subtleties of human relationships in a lyrical item. And My Mother at 66 is the one of the example. And you can see her photos. And now we have an introduction about the poem. In the poem, poet Kamala Das captures complexities of human relations. Once the poet visited her mother and she was on her way back to airport to return to Cochin. The poet gives a vivid description of her mother inside the car and the airport before her departure. She expresses that fear of losing her mother as well as her constraints augmented by harsh realities and complexities of life. However, she tries to suppress her pain and instill hope in her mother through her parting words and smile. And the main thing we talk about is pain of separation due to aging and decay, fear of loss of her mother, and nostalgia. The poet carried away by her childhood premonition of losing her mother. And now we start our explanation. In the first stanza, the poetess explains that once she visited her mother's house in Cochin. It was a Friday when she was driving back to the airport. Her mother was sitting beside her at the back of the car. The poet looked at her mother. She saw that her mother was sleeping and her mouth was open and her mother's face was resembled that of a corpse, pale and cheerless. She was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. The poetess realized that her mother had grown old. She felt pain for her, but soon she tried to get rid of the sad thought by diverting her thoughts towards the trees outside. The young trees, all too stationary, seemed to be running very fast as they were sprinting. She also saw children running out of their homes into playground. All these things were full of life and energy, contrary to her mother who sat next to her. The poet continues that when she reached the airport, she finished with security check and stood a few yards away from her mother. She notices her mother's aging face which looked so dull and weak and pale. In second stanza, the poet compares her mother to a late winter moon that looks hazy. Similarly, her mother's face too lost her youth and shine due to aging and decay. The poet feels the fear of separation and she calls it a familiar ache, a pain that she is accustomed to as she would feel the same during her childhood too. As a child, she could not bear the pain of separation from her mother. But now as it seemed that her mother had grown older and was about to die, it might perhaps be the last that she was seeing her mother. However, thought her parting words, "See you soon, Amma." The poet tried to instill hope and console her mother and also give her the assurance that she would come back soon too, though she herself tried to hide own pain through her smile. And we can see some poetic devices used in the poem are simile, metaphor, personification, imaginary and alteration and repetition. I would like to end my presentation by a beautiful quote. Words are just not enough to express the unconditional love that exists between a mother and daughter. And thank you.